Hi, I'm Tim.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And we're Travel Fit. So first trip we did was we entered a little outback race in the outback of Queensland called the Julia Creek Tri, which was in its 25th year, and it is literally in the middle of nowhere, as you can see by the map. And we went on a driving, camping, racing holiday. We bought this new cool rack, much easier. Previously we had a different rack which took much more time to put them on and it could damage the bike, so this one's much better.
We stopped at Chinchilla and had a swim. We like to keep fit as we're travelling, and so we're always looking for pools to swim at because it's something easy that we can do.
We pulled into Chinchilla and went for a swim, nice pool, and Chinchilla is also home of the big watermelon.
There's lots of big things in Australia. The big watermelon. Our first overnight stop was at Roma, and we stopped at the Clay Shooting Club and put up our little two-man tent.
And we got up in the morning and I went for a ride.
And I went for a run.
And there's some photos of where Amanda went running out on a dirt road. It was really quite nice actually.
We also went to the bush parklands. I took a few photos of some creepy crawlies, but some people don't like it, so there's this big wolf spider with a massive sack on her butt, where she's got all of her babies. And then there was this other thing hanging from a tree with all caterpillars on it.
So the cool thing in Roma is they have these bottle trees, and there's a photo here of the biggest bottle tree in Roma. Whether it's the biggest in Australia, I don't know. But it actually got moved to this site. It was previously somewhere else, so it got moved to this site. So that's one of the tourist attractions of Roma.
And in the middle of nowhere, there was this toilet stop, and you have to go there. I will put a link in the description of exactly where it is. So if you're ever busting to go to the toilet, stop at this place. It was the cleanest toilet I've ever been in. The walls inside full of graffiti of people saying thank you for such a clean toilet. It was clean, it smelled nice. It was like you could almost eat in there.
She drove about 3,500 kilometres, whatever that is in miles, so fair hike over 7 days. And the land out here is very flat, so there's not many hills at all once you get into the west. Very, very flat, and there had been a bit of rain, so quite a bit greener than normal, which is unusual. Normally it's just like a desert out here.
Our next stop was at Longreach. So Longreach is pretty famous in Australia for the Qantas Museum. So Qantas is our national airline, and it started in this tiny little town in Longreach, and that's its claim to fame. So there's a really cool museum there. You can go and see how it actually started many years ago. I don't know how many years ago.
And Qantas stands for?
The Queensland and Northern Territory Airline Service.
I didn't even know that, so there we go. So it started in this tiny little town.
Just to deliver post, the mail.
So we checked that out. That was kind of cool. Had some of the old planes. You can see a photo here of Amanda sitting in what used to be where the passengers would sit. It was pretty uncomfortable. It was one of their very first planes.
Yes, it was a bit freaky sitting in that, comparing that to how we fly now, even in economy class. We
found a free camping site in Longreach. It wasn't that busy. Apparently it can be super busy, but we were pretty lucky. You can see how we put the little tent up here. And the biggest problem when you're out west is the flies. The flies are insane. I cannot explain how bad they are. They did my head in. So they do have some nice wildlife. There were these birds.
The brolgas. So they were really cool to see the brolgas in the wild.
And quite tall. They would have been over 5 foot standing. Probably taller. So they were really
I
cool.
was still taller than them.
There you go.
Not very tall, but I was taller.
Then we went on to actually Julia Creek, of which the road is now sealed, but barely. The road was pretty tough. There'd been floods recently, and I understand why everyone out here has four-wheel drives, because the roads, the cars have been absolute high.
So the population of Julia Creek is about 300.
400 maybe.
400, and on the weekend of the triathlon it gets to about 3,000 or 4,000 people. So people come from everywhere. So it's become kind of iconic in Australia, this race. It's billed as Australia's toughest sprint distance triathlon, and we kind of went there going, yeah, sure it is. And after the race we're probably like, yeah, it really is tough.
So we actually went for a swim there too. A little pool right next to the campground. And I spoke about the flies earlier. Well, this is next level flies. I swear to God, I actually found a way of putting the fly net on without any flies getting in it before you put it over your head. Because if you just put it straight on, you capture about 8 flies inside the net. So I came up with this pretty cool idea, which seemed to work. Flies broke me more than they did Amanda. I don't know why, they really broke me. So and we had a bit of a look around the town. Now, for the morning of the triathlon, they actually take the bikes out in a triple road train cattle truck. You can see that. So all the bikes get piled in because they actually bus you about 25 k's out of town where the swim is.
So we get to swim in a creek. I like to call it a latte colour.
It was actually quite nice. The swim was really quite nice. And you can see the water, it's a bit brown, but it was actually quite nice.
It wasn't too bad. It was better than most years because of all the rain that they've had. So it wasn't as muddy as it usually is.
So we got out of the water and you run up the dirt and your feet get absolutely caked with mud by this point. So you put your feet in your shoes and there's about 1 kilo of mud on each foot, and you then hit this headwind like I've never experienced. So it took me 53 minutes to ride 23 kilometres. So I don't ride too bad, and this was tough as.
And that was actually a pretty fast ride.
Yeah, it actually put me up there in the ride overall. So yeah.
Most people were much slower than that.
And then the run was just up and down the main street 3 times.
It's about 32 degrees
Yeah,
Celsius.
Pretty warm. Now, we both had a good race. You can see the results that we posted here.
Yes, both managed podium spot, which is pretty cool. We drove down back through the same way back through Longreach again, and this time we stopped in Barcaldine, I think you say it. There's a few people that say it differently.
Barcaldine.
Barcaldine.
We were calling it Barcaldine.
People didn't know where we were going.
And then we made our way home.
Yeah. And yeah.
So you have to subscribe. Apparently, we have to mention that. And you have to like.
So please subscribe to our channel so that you get notifications of when we put up a video. So we're hoping to put up a video every couple of weeks. After you subscribe, make sure you like the video. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments down below. We'll put also a little bit more detail about our trip in the comments below, so you can see kind of where we've been and where we stayed and so on.
And thumbs up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up.
See ya.
And so the next day we went driving, because there was a lot of driving holiday on there, where they were from. You have to look at the camera.
Yeah, but you're going to edit this.
No,
Sorry.
but I can't edit.
Oh,
I can't,
you're
if I'm talking, you're
Sorry.
looking away.
Say it again then. Just stop for a second. You got a bit of shit on you. Hopefully it doesn't come through. Let's have a look. That's still there. Okay. All right. I don't think it'll show.
Otherwise we have to do it all again.
Yeah. So where are we off to next?
Are we going to say something about, there's a lot of photos in this video?
Oh yeah, so this particular video being our first, they're mainly photos, there's very little video footage. So from here forward, we're going to do a lot more video. So please persevere with the photos for this vid, but the next one,
it'll be real video.
Much improved. All right, done. What do you reckon, Jet? Did we nail it?
Post notifications, you don't just subscribe.
Well, baby, you are our tech head.